I'm Scott Bay, U.S. Master Swimming Coach. The individual medley is a challenging race. What makes it even more challenging is making sure that you are able to perform each of the transitions between all four competitive strokes. Here are a couple of tips to help you get the best transitions you can. The first transition is from butterfly to backstroke. Most people think of this as a simple two-hand touch turn, and it is in a sense, but there are elements of this term that are specific for the most effective, efficient butterfly to backstroke transitions. As you approach, you want to make sure you're swimming the butterfly well. You need to focus on your rhythm and timing, including stroke count into the wall. You want to get to the wall with your arms extended rather than mid-stroke or gliding in. It's easier said than done, but something you can definitely practice. Attack the wall on your butterfly approach rather than easing into it. Momentum heading into the turn will help you get through the turn and keep momentum heading out of the turn. You're going to touch the wall with your fingertips, drive your knees up towards the chest, which reduces your turning radius so that you don't face as much resistance during your turn. This also brings your feet closer to the wall. During your turn, rotate your body and draw one of your arms back towards the other end of the pool, elbow first, and extend that hand out. Your other hand should go in a stabbing motion right behind the ear on the side of your body. Your head should be focused on the wall and then the ceiling or the sky as you do this. It's also critical to make sure your hand stays very close to your head and ear. A long slapping overhead motion prevents you from getting a good depth on the push-off. Additionally, you don't want to rise yourself up out of the water or dip your shoulder. It provides for a slower turn. The transition, at this point, your feet are planted on the wall and you're ready to go. In terms of body position, you should be closer to the face up on your back because you need to leave that wall that way. Once you transition, you need to be deep enough in the water so that the weight you produced while swimming into the wall goes over you as you come off the wall. Having an explosive push off the wall is key. Some good powerful dolphin kicks will help you travel faster underwater and get to the backstroke portion of your race in a good spot. By far the most complicated transition is backstroke to breaststroke. This is the one that's also undergone a variety of changes in the last several years. It can be done in a lot of different ways, ranging from relatively easy to extremely tricky. The first turn is the easiest to learn. The second is slightly more challenging, with the third being the most difficult. You'll need skill and athleticism to execute the final two, but they're both faster than the first. Most important for all three, you must finish the backstroke leg on your back or at vertical to the bottom of the pool. This version of the backstroke to breaststroke turn is popular and easy to master, and it's called the touch and go turn. You just touch the wall and go. Depending on the pool, there are different considerations, but this is a good one to start working on first. Finish the backstroke race using the flags in your usual stroke count. Next, rather than extending your arm straight out, reach for the wall and be prepared to bend your arm. If your pool has a gutter, this turn is easy as grabbing the gutter and drawing your knees to your chest, planting your feet, and then pushing off. Remember that the speed into the wall helps you with speed going out of the wall, so don't hang around on the wall. To help you get that proper depth for the pullout, make sure you keep that hand close to the head and the ear. At this point, your feet are planted on the wall and you're ready to go. You should be partially on your side, tilted towards the breast, and having an explosive power, getting to a good depth off your push-off is going to be a key to carrying your momentum off the wall. This depth will help you get a good pullout and begin your breaststroke leg with a lot of speed. Next up is the bucket turn. This version of backstroke to breaststroke turn is actually a little bit more complicated than the touch and go turn. It essentially is just a backwards flip. As you swim into the wall, your lead arm is going to be near full extension while on your back. Very important once again to carry speed into the wall. As your momentum pushes you to the wall, place your hand flat against the wall. You can push away from the bottom of the pool and do a backflip while driving your knees to the chest. When you throw your feet over the head, this allows you to basically do a backflip, and these variations require speed into the wall to provide the necessary friction between your hand and the wall to get a good grip for pushing. Once you have your feet planted, you're ready to push off and get to your breaststroke pullout. Crossover turn. This variation of the backstroke to breaststroke turn is what happens when coaches and athletes do a clear reading of the rules and come up with something innovative. This seems like a cross between the bucket turn and the flip turn, but what makes it tricky is there are parts where you must finish it all on your back, which means your shoulders cannot go past vertical. You cannot roll past 90 degrees because then you'll be considered on your stomach and you will be disqualified. There are two variants for this turn. The first involves touching your hand on the wall near the surface. The second is touching your hand deeper on the wall. The approach. You touch the wall and the leading arm near the surface, and then you're going to look over your opposite shoulder as you approach, rotating to that side, but being careful not to go past vertical. If the leading hand and arm are deeper, turn your head toward your leading arm. Again, be sure not to go past vertical. Once your hand touches, go past vertical and perform a twisting type of flip turn. Just from the description, as you can see, it gets very tricky from the timing. Even the most elite swimmers in the world have gotten disqualified for missing the timing. Once you've gotten your feet planted, you're ready to push. You'll need to push off on your side, tilted towards your breast. Make sure you're not tilted towards your back or too close to completely vertical. It's not worth being disqualified if your vertical is viewed as tilted the wrong direction. Breaststroke to freestyle. This seems like a simple two-hand touch turn, but focusing on a few details will make it better. Where you are in your breaststroke cycle matters. Being too long or too short on the walls is a definite momentum killer because breaststroke is the slowest of the competitive strokes. Fast and hard approaches also help you avoid getting disqualified from not having both your hands touch at the same time, called a non-simultaneous touch. Gliding in slower makes it much easier to touch non-simultaneously. Momentum is once again the key. Drive your knees to your chest and extend your hand underwater while reaching your hand behind your ear rather than dipping your shoulder and having it come in front of your face. Twisting to your front will largely be taken care of with the snappy movements. This is the last time to charge for home, so put that explosive push off the wall with the speed you came in with and get some powerful dolphin kicks off the wall for your freestyle breakout. Once again, I'm Scott Bay, U.S. Master Swimming Coach. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more great content. Thanks again for watching.